MEC of Finance, and I think a lot of people want to know how it's going. What are some of the successes that we've seen in the provincial government?
Well, I can tell you I'm the most unpopular MEC in the government of KwaZulu-Natal because I'm implementing accountability and consequences. I'm ensuring that systems are in place to make sure that our provincial government spends money on what it should, on you, on services, on education, and on health. And it's those systems that are making those people who've been milking the system for years uncomfortable. But I'll do it without fear or without favor.
Well, Francois, before I let you go, what is your parting shot to the residents of eThekwini who are looking at this live and wondering what is next after today?
My message is quite simple. Join us on this journey. We cannot do it without you. We have the possibility of taking over the city of eThekwini. We need you. We're prepared to work with you, and we're prepared to rescue eThekwini with you.
Well, there you have it. We are prepared to rescue eThekwini. We can do it with your vote, with your support. And of course, today we will be finding out who is the mayoral candidate. I think it's something that we're all excited about to hear. Now, we'll go over to stage quite shortly and we'll be back. Welcome back to our live broadcast. Right now we're joined by Mabato Tembe, the Deputy Speaker of the KZN Provincial Legislature and also one of the MCs for today's event. Mabato, how do you feel?
I feel so excited. I feel so energetic. I'm really excited that I'm here. And specifically, my favorite thing is campaigning. And we are campaigning to rescue eThekwini. And today is the beginning of that. So, Liolo, I'm very excited. DA members that are there, community members, everyone is on the platform today. Please can you join us? Be excited as much as I am because we're about to rescue eThekwini.
Well, Mabato is about to rush off to stage right now, but I just want to ask you, what do we have to expect today?
So today we have all our amazing leaders that are here to support us, to kickstart this campaign. And specifically, we have one of the famous Adasi who's going to be performing for us. So I'm so excited to hear that. And it'll be other acts that are going to be here from Chatsworth, where we are situated today. So I'm very excited. It's going to be uplifting. It's going to be exciting. But that's what we do in KZN Luyolo. We always bring it and we bring it with fire. So everyone, let's get excited for a lovely event today.
Amazing. Well, Mabato has to run off to stage. Guys, please stay tuned. We are about to link to the stage. It's going to be crazy. Are you guys ready? All right, you heard it first. We're going to stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the leadership of the Democratic Alliance in KwaZulu-Natal, as well as your federal leader, John Steenhuisen.
Viva, Jay, viva!
kancane. Awusekusele kancane. Awusekusele kancane. Awusekusele kancane. Awusekusele kancane. Viva, DA, viva!
Viva, DA, viva!
Viva, Democratic Alliance, viva!
Viva!
Viva, DA, KZN, viva!
Viva!
Amandla!
Awethu!
Oh, bayale, bayale!
Bale, bale!
Awubeza bamazondo!
Beza bazolo!
Awubayale, bayale!
Bale, bale!
Awubeza bamazondo!
Beza bazolo!
Awubayale, bayale!
Bale, bale!
Awubeza bamazondo!
Beza bazolo!
Viva, DA, viva!
Viva!
Viva, Democratic Alliance, KZN, viva!
Viva!
Viva, DA, viva!
Viva!
Viva, John Steenhuisen, viva!
Viva!
Viva, Francois Rogers, viva!
Viva!
Viva, Dean Macpherson, viva!
Viva!
Viva, Martin Mayer, viva!
Viva!
Viva, Caucus leader of eThekwini, Thabani Mthethwa,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
viva! Amandla!
Awethu!
Ethe bayale, bayale!
Bale, bale!
Ingani besa bamazondo!
Beza
Awu bayale, bayale!
bale, bale!
Awu besa bamazondo!
Beza bazolo!
Awu noma ngabe izindle zodaka!
Ekhaya lakho!
Awu noma ngabe izindle zodaka! Awu kusekhaya la!
Ekhaya lakho! Ekhaya lakho!
Awu noma ngabe izindle
Izindle zodaka!
elethizwe
Elethizwe!
manje wanombango. Manje wanombango. Biza namaphoyisa awubonakele ngesibhamu.
My mother. I am a father. I'm a daughter. I'm a son. I believe in freedom. Freedom to earn a living. Go where I want. Love who I want. Say what I believe and pursue my dreams. I am brave. I am a provider. I believe in fairness. A fairness where our achievements are determined by our choices and hard work. I am a leader. I believe in opportunity. A nation where opportunity is plentiful and everyone's rights are protected. I believe in diversity. Every person has a unique perspective and an important role to play in building our nation. We do not judge each other by how we look, but by who we are. We are South Africans working together. We are the Democratic Alliance.
And gentlemen, give it up for the caucus leader of eThekwini, the one and only Councillor Tapani Mtetwa.
Wow. What an atmosphere where I announce myself as a DA member in good standing. Federal leadership led by Johnson Hazin and his leadership collective. Provincial leadership led by Francois Rogers and his leadership collective. Mayor Chris Papas amongst us here today, public representatives, activists and supporters of the Democratic Alliance, members of the public, members of the media, professional staff, mayoral candidate, whoever that is, but I can assure it's not me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to eThekwini municipality, where nothing works. A municipality where provision of basic services has become a luxury. A municipality where raw sewage runs freely in our yards and streets for days, weeks, and in some cases for months. A municipality where having water in your tap has become a luxury, not a necessity. A municipality where more than 58% of water we purchase from Mgenu Tugela is unaccounted for. But this is a municipality, ladies and gentlemen, where the DA councillors work tirelessly to hold the uncaring ANC, IFP, EFF coalition to account in all committees and council meetings. Today, we will welcome the announcement of the DA mayoral candidate, a candidate we will, as the caucus of eThekwini, support in every step of the way. We will make sure that the DA candidate becomes the next mayor of eThekwini in order for eThekwini residents to enjoy the same delivery that the DA is known for. With that, ladies and gentlemen, with that said, let us all put our hands together to welcome our most beautiful and vibrant MC Mabatu Tembe.
Angibezwa Thabani. Ziphi iboto zami? Are we ready to rescue eThekwini?
Let's also welcome her partner in crime, a very good crime, Councillor Tembiso Ngema. Thank you very much.
Ngiyabonga wenyamboza iblendo iqalwa impandla nathi cha ngiyabonga kakhulu bafowethu ngiyabonga Nyambose ngiyabonga wesisi umaba
ngiyabonga Dlokovu sinjani namhlanje
mina ke ngusithembiso akangema uMadlovu amthandamelela namncenga khona athi Madlovu sekufikile obhukuda kosengiwe ngamnaka naka amaprinciple untusi kamuthi kasixha sikakanani sikakuvulayo umdumo Umfana omuhle ngamehlo njengonina. Suka imlo inkosi kayiqeda. Viva DA viva!
Viva!
Bayale, bayale.
Bayale, bayale.
Awu besa bamazondo.
Besa bamazondo.
Awu bayale, bayale.
Bayale, bayale.
Awu besa bamazondo.
Besa
bamazondo. This is the Democratic Alliance in KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah.
Yes, we are in eThekwini, as my friend and a Leonard colleague Tabandi Mthethwa specifically said that nothing works in eThekwini. But as a Democratic Alliance, we are happy, we are delighted that we've got a new councillor from the box, Norman Gilbert from Ward 64. That tells you that the Democratic Alliance works. A new councillor from the box. Where is Leonto?
Sayizwa.
Where is Leonto?
Yayizwa Dlovu. One of my favorite songs ukuthi sisazophatha. Kodwa sesiphethe. Siphethe iGNU. Siphethe iGPU. Lalela, siphethe nomngeni. Lalela, sikhona nase Richards Bay.
Viva Mayor Chris Papas, viva!
Viva!
That's the only mayor, one and the only mayor that works in KZN.
The number one municipality
Now,
in KZN, ladies
in
and gentlemen.
KwaZulu-Natal, only one municipality that works, only one municipality that delivers to our people. And it's only DA-run municipality, the president told you.
But Dlovu, before we get ahead of ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, we have to do some of the formalities. And because I am your deputy speaker and I'm the person that upholds the Constitution, ladies and gentlemen, please can we stand up and can we sing our national anthem?
Thank you very much, colleagues, friends, leadership, activists. Yabona ke manje singena komunye umkhakha. Our caucus leader of eThekwini told us that eThekwini is a dysfunctional city. Only the DA councillors that works tirelessly to ensure service delivery is delivered. But now I'm going to introduce the former chief whip of eThekwini Caucus, the former ward councillor in eThekwini, a member of parliament, and the minister at the national level, a provincial chairperson of the DA in KwaZulu-Natal. Put your hands together for Dean Macpherson. Viva, Dean, viva!
councillors and activists, viva! Viva! You know, this morning I was showing our federal leader a new prison that we've just finished building. And I'm glad that we've just finished that prison just in time. Because I know some officials and some politicians from eThekwini that we're going to send into that new prison after this next election. And John, we're going to keep building those prisons across this country to make sure that all the crooks that we're going to get rid out of Johannesburg, eThekwini, Nelson Mandela Bay, that's going to be their new home and not City Hall. Let me welcome all of our leaders here today. Our federal leader, John Steenhuisen, and the Minister of Agriculture. Let's give him a big welcome. Let's also welcome our provincial leader and MEC for Finance in KwaZulu-Natal, Francois Rogers. Not a very popular man at the moment in KZN, because he keeps taking away the money. But it's fine, Francois, we support you. We will never ever apologize for our MECs doing their work in government, never. Let us also welcome our Deputy Leader, Councillor Stembiso Ngema, our Deputy Chairperson in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, and our MEC of Public Works, Martin Meyer. He is building projects, stopping corruption, and getting rid of people who shouldn't be there. Welcome, Martin. Let us also welcome our fabulous and wonderful Deputy Speaker, Mabatu Tembe. We also have our provincial deputy chairpersons here. We have Lingiwe Shozi, and we also have Hannah Lidget. Let's give them a great round of applause as well. We also have the Deputy Minister of Water and Sanitation, Deputy Minister Setlelo. Please, man, we need water here. We're thirsty. We're so thirsty here, man, please. Let's also welcome KZN's most popular mayor, Chris Papas. And of course, our popular deputy mayor in the Amtlatuse municipality, Deputy Mayor Christo Buerta. Welcome, Christo. Let's also give a big round of applause for all of our MPs, MPLs, chairpersons of committees, and all of our councillors. And most importantly, let's give a round of applause for all of our activists. In 2016, in eThekwini, the ANC said that Jesus would come back before they lost a majority in this municipality. In 2021, the ANC said that Jesus would have to come back before they went lower, and they went lower. In 2024, they said the same thing, and they only got 14%. Let me tell you something, Jesus does not like the ANC, because they are going down and down and down. Jesus is not on the side of the ANC. He's on the side of the DA, because we are going up and up and up. Amen. In 2026, our commitment to you, John Steenhuisen as our leader, our commitment to you is this as a province. The DA will be the single largest party in eThekwini, so we can govern the city with a DA mayor and DA executive committee. And while we are delivering, others are crying. They are always complaining. They're not fighting the ANC, they're fighting the DA. And that's why it was only the DA that had the guts and the intelligence to take this municipality to court to stop the sewage that is running down the streets of this city. It was only the DA. Another party, a Green Party, I don't want to know their name because no one even knows who the councillors are there. They got it so wrong that the judge was shouting at them because they provided such a bad case. And let me tell you something, John, and my commitment to you is this again, and to our councillors and to our public and to our activists. We are going to win that court case, and we are going to force eThekwini to fix the sewage in our suburbs, in our wards, and in our communities, and the DA will deliver that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to turn the city around. We have no choice because the ANC gave up a long time ago on doing it. Just yesterday, the city manager of this city said that we should be grateful, we should be lucky that the city only spent 2 million rand on a party and not 3 million rand. That's what he said. Is he insane? Is he mad? Who thinks that we should be grateful that they are wasting money like that? It's instead of spending money on our people. And that's why I know that when the DA comes to power, the braais, the meat, the alcohol is going to stop in the city, and we're going to spend it on people, not on politicians. And the Ward 64 results give us a good indication. They give us a good indication. And well done to our new councillor. Stand up, Norman. He's a great guy, Norman Gilbert. And let me tell you something. I was on a call yesterday, and the federal team said this. I'm going to say it publicly, actually. They said the reason why, one of the big reasons we won that, is because we have some of the most popular councillors in the country. And it was because of Zoe Solomon that she told everyone to come and vote for the DA, and that's why we won. And they mentioned you, Zoe, so please stand up so we can thank you publicly for all the work that you did. Well done, Zoe. That's what they said. Trust me, I'm a politician. That's what they said. And so we have no choice. We have no choice to step in and to win this municipality. Because it was only the DA that was able to push the MK back. It was only the DA, not the ANC, not Razim Zanzi, who were having cocktail parties. It was only the DA that was able to win that ward and push the MK back. And we have to do that. Because if we allow the MK to come into government in the city, they will finish what they started when they were with the ANC, and to loot and steal this place dry. So it's our responsibility to stop them. So, ladies and gentlemen, our call is this. We have to go, Leader Francois, and we have to go and knock on every single door, and we have to visit every single voter. And we have to make sure that every single person is ready to come and vote for the DA and vote for our mayor so that we can rescue the city, we can rebuild it, and we can get eThekwini working for everyone and not just a few. Are you with me?
Yeah!
Are you with the DA?
Yeah!
Are you with our new mayor?
Yeah!
Are you with all of our councillors?
Yeah!
Let's go out and do this. Thank you very much.
Viva Dean Macpherson, viva! Viva chairperson of KZN, viva! Democrats, that was Dean Macpherson. Can we please give him another round of applause? The man is dedicated to turning KZN into a construction site, and we can already see it. Democrats, azile kuphela ukuzolalela izinto eziserious. We also came ukuthi sizojabula. We came to celebrate. I want you to help me to introduce the next dance act, which is Rudra Dance Company. Can we please give them a round of applause?
Yeah. Let's see who knows how to dance Bhangra.
also a councillor myself in eThekwini. I know it is one of the hardest jobs at this very moment with this failing municipality. So I would like all the council of eThekwini to please stand up. All the councillors of eThekwini, please stand up. Stand up, don't be shy. Turn around. Turn around. Everyone, please give a round of applause for the hardest working councillors.
eThekwini, viva!
These are the guys that are going to help
Viva eThekwini,
turn this
viva!
municipality around. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the next man that I'm about to welcome needs absolutely no introduction. I'm very biased. He hails from Caucus. Ukhuluma isiXhosa better than I do. He's been called the Grinch that stole the legislature. He's one of the most feared men in the cabinet because he does not release money. We didn't even have a Christmas party. I have to tell you, this man has changed the face of fiscal delinquency. I would like to welcome our leader, the MEC of Finance, Mr. Francois Rogers.
Sanbonani molweni. Kunjani namhlanje? Ziyakhala. Azkhale. Viva DA, viva.
Viva!
Right. Today we're going to talk about starting a new journey. Every journey begins with the first step. Namhlanje, today is the first step in a journey to rescue and to rebuild the city that belongs to you, the people of eThekwini. For far too long, we've had a party that feels they can do what they like. Uyamazi amakhongolosi. Le amakhongolosi bashonile. Bazongifihla ngoku. We're gonna bury them soon. Do you know many of you would have been on the steps of the city of eThekwini before the 24 election when I said the ANC will no longer govern the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Uyakhumbula le nto? And the comrade said to me, "Oh, Rogers, you've got a big mouth, eh? You've got a lot to say." Well, the reality is they have 14%, as our chairperson said. The reality is, if you start this journey today, you support our mayoral candidate, you support the DA, we will be the largest party in the city of eThekwini. Now, when you're the largest party in a city like eThekwini, it means we control the money. Yabona ke? John just said, what was your comment to me, John? Hand that rules, a hand that holds the purse is the hand that rules the world. And that's how we will change your city around. We will make sure that every single rand is spent on service delivery and not junkets and waste of money and salaries to city managers that are earning more than the president of our country. Those days will stop. We will make sure that the money is spent where it has to be. And the reality is, we talk from experience. The president acknowledged that. The DA talks from experience. Where we govern well. Look at Mngeni. The mayor is here today, Chris Papas, rated the #1 municipality in KwaZulu-Natal for service delivery. So we don't lie, we don't make empty promises, like all of the ANC councillors coming together and singing beautifully, but other than that, dololo. You heard that? You can sing, but service delivery, dololo. That's the reality. They're there to sing, they're there to eat, and they're there to make a living. They're not there to service you. And we believe the Democratic Alliance has that recipe. Now here's the other reality that we must face. We'll be the largest party after the election, but we're going to have to go into cooperative governance, like we're doing at a national level, like we're doing at a provincial level. Here's the other thing in our advantage. We are the leaders in this province, the government of provincial unity, when it comes to making a government work. We know how to put this together. We will put it together. We will work with like-minded parties to bring about the change that you so desperately need. But we cannot do it alone. Our mayoral candidate, who you will meet today, cannot do it alone. I cannot do it alone. We need you, our foot soldiers, to go out there and to convince our voters, siyafuna change, siyachinja vote. If you want to change, you need to vote. This is the opportunity of a lifetime for us to govern what is a magnificent city. I just see yesterday again, the Port of Durban is rated as one of the worst cargo ports in the global port assessment. I mean, how proud must you be of that? We have a city that is ready for tourism. If we can fix the water, we can fix the sanitation. We've got the mountains you can go to from here. We've got the game reserves. What's happening with tourism? Dololo. We just sing. Maybe Cyril Klaba should take up singing as a new hobby. That's the other thing. The ANC said to us, we've got rid of Mpolisi Kaunda. We're putting in Cyril Klaba. He's going to change the city. He'll deal with the Klaba brothers and the tanker mafia and all of this. That's what they told us. What's Cyril done? Dololo. Nothing. That's why we have an opportunity. We have one opportunity. We need to get our voters to take their anger and their frustration out on the election day at the ballot box. That is the only way you'll bring about change. That anger, that frustration, that hopelessness, we need to reinvigorate the people of the city of eThekwini to bring about the change when we have an election and support our mayoral candidate. So I ask you, today we take the first step. Join me on what will be a momentous journey to rescue our city, to rebuild our city, and give it back to the people who own the city and not corrupt politicians and officials. Amandla!
Away to! Amandla!
Azikale! Ziyakala! Yabule.
Viva, TA, viva!
Viva!
Viva! Franco Rogers, viva!
Viva!
Yeah, Megan just reminded me that we are in Chatsworth and he is a constituency head. And then Ghana sent me a WhatsApp and say, I'm also a constituency chairperson. Then yes, we are in your constituency, Megan. And yes, Ghana is the chairperson of the constituency. And he said, this constituency delivers. And you can see that this constituency delivers because the hall is packed up. Viva, TA, viva! Viva, eThekwini Caucus, viva! Viva! Is Caucus eThekwini. But again, without wasting time, I will call upon the entertainment. But Caucus. Viva Caucus, viva!
Viva!
Since it's a heritage month, sizothi ushange sabo ukuthi ushanga ngoba kwakuyinkosi enkulu yasemashobeni. Uhle kulamafazi bakaMkapi. Bethe kubetheze emlobheni. Bethe ushanga sawo kwaNkosi. Kanti la sazonethezeka. Inkomo ekhaya emthonjaneni. Isizwe sonke sizile kulila. Ngoba izwe nawo manje nawo khali. Yimi! Inkosi ayikhala. Over to you, Caucus.
Saphila nathi igama lami nguDavid Jenkins kodwa emculweni ngaziwa ngoCaucus.
Sanibonani nonke. Igama lami ngumaqhinga isibongo Hadebe ekhaya isempangeni. Lalelani ke kwesinye isigodi nje babiza bathi esangoyani. Nickname yakhona kwaNtombi iqomela amakhekhe.
Siyajabula kakhulu ukubonana namhlanje. Ithini ingoma elandelayo maqhinga?
Okay, ngo-2018 khona ingoma engike ngayenza abantu bayithanda kakhulu sibona kungcono ukuthi nidlalele yona uma niyibona i-ex yami.
zondo.
Besazolo.
Bayale, bayale.
Bayale, bayale.
Awu besaba mazondo.
Besazolo.
Awu bayale, bayale.
Bayale, bayale.
Awu besaba mazondo.
Besazolo.
Elethizwe.
Elethizwe.
Banjowan lombango.
Walomba.
Noma ngabe izindle zodaka.
Babizindle zoda.
Awukusekhaya la.
Khayala.
Ayikusekhaya la.
Khayala.
Oh, noma ngabe izindle zodaka.
Asiqhubeke sicule. Asiqhubeke sicule sithe.
Kusho mina kusho ship matha ngetshintsha mangathi too expensive ukuthi ngithanda isuku engizabalekela. Uma nje ngana ngoba indala zimbangela ufeshana. Umfana omuhle ngamehlo njengonina. Suka inkosi kayiqedwa. Viva DA, viva!
Viva!
Viva Democratic Alliance, viva!
Viva!
Viva councillors, viva!
Viva!
Viva MPs, MPLs, viva!
Viva!
Viva DAKZN, viva! Viva our ministers, viva!
Viva!
Viva our MECs, viva!
Viva!
Viva our one and only, the committee chairpersons at the legislature, viva!
Viva!
Viva the only deputy speaker in KZN, viva! Amandla! There is only one lion, the John Steenhuisen. The only one lion and the leader of the party in South Africa. And the minister of the DA at the national level. He once worked as a councillor. Am I right?
He was a councillor, yes. Here in eThekwini, I'm sure. And then I think he became an MPL.
He became a caucus leader.
And he became a caucus leader of eThekwini. Lalela. He also became a caucus leader, Kabanga,
Yes,
a legislature. And
then he became my constituency head.
he became a constituency head in Gakumbula, but also
in this constituency.
And then he became a member of parliament.
And then he became a chief whip where he held the ANC accountable at the national level.
Yeah, that is my favorite part. And then what happened,
And then he told the ANC that we are going to take over here, and today I think he is what?
I think he became the Minister of Agriculture.
No, I don't think he is the Minister of Agriculture at the national level, and he is doing wonders.
I think he's doing more than's done in agriculture than you've seen in 30 years.
Wait.
Yeah.
He just visited Mpangeni, and he was led by the one and the only deputy mayor in Mhlatuze, under the leadership of the ANC party, under the leadership of the IFP party. Inside there, we've got our one and the only deputy mayor who is leading there and delivering. That is why he was there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this person, Siamazi Sonke, he is our federal leader. Ladies and gentlemen, and I think in 2029 is going to be our president. But for now...
Definitely. No, wait. When he was my constituency... constituency head, he used to phone me the minute he lands at the airport and say, I've landed. And when he comes to the constituency, he will say, it is your constituency, you are the councillor, you tell me what to do and I'm going to deliver to your needs.
So what you're telling me is that it's a man who leads from the front and he is a man that leads by example. Ladies and gentlemen, this deserves all of us. Let's stand up, ladies and gentlemen, and let us welcome the leader of the Democratic Alliance, John Steenhuisen.
It's great to be here today, back in my home province, and a wonderful privilege to be with all of you Democrats here in Chatsworth. And it's even more a privilege because I stand before you today in this wonderful city, the city that raised me, the city that shaped me, and the city that gave me the honor of serving as a councillor for a decade. So Durban is not merely where I grew up. It is where my family is, it's where my home is, it's where my community is. And it's because I, like you, love this city that I am unwilling to witness it fall into this decay, this corruption, this maladministration under this government in eThekwini. It's time to clean up and clean out. But you know what, friends? Even President Ramaphosa has realized and has woken up to the truth. He recently told the ANC councillors that they must learn from the DA. Say amen to that. But he said they must learn from the DA so that they can learn how to govern. But the president is wrong because he thinks that the ANC can be fixed. But let me tell you this, they cannot be fixed and they will not survive. And they're not going to be at City Hall in this next election. They're going to be at AFBOB, because that's where dead parties go. They go to AFBOB, and we're going to send them there. Now, I read in an article this week that President Ramaphosa said that he doesn't have magic with me. And I say to that, amen. Because I'm not here for magic. I'm here for delivery. I'm here to fight corruption. I'm here to make sure that cities and our country works for the people. And so my message is clear. If you want magic, Mr. President, go to Disneyland. Because all you're going to get from the DA is delivery. That's what you're going to get from us. And you're going to get honesty. And you're going to get people to work hard every day to make life better for South Africans. But I don't blame him. If my party was in such bad shape, I'd also be relying on anything, even magic, to hope that it was going to become better. But we know there's no magic because we know one thing awaits them, and as I've said already, that's AFBOB. And I want to tell you today that this city and our country stands at a crossroads. This country is waking up to the realization of something that we've known for a long time. And that is that only the DA can govern effectively. Only the DA can govern effectively. Only the DA can make sure that the money is spent on the people and not on the politicians. Only the DA can put water in your taps. Only the DA can fix the reservoirs. Only the DA can put electricity in your homes. Am I right? Yes. Am I right? Yes. And you don't need to believe me. You don't need to believe the Auditor General. You don't need to believe Ratings Africa. You just need to listen to the President, who said that quite clearly, that when it comes to delivery, it's only the DA that can deliver. And we've shown it. The Cape Town Metro has achieved 21 unqualified audits since the 2003 and 4 financial year. Its financial statements are all there for anyone to see. Midvaal has received its 11th consecutive clean audit in the 2023-24 financial year. 11 years of good governance. And of course, we've got a special place just up the road called Umgeni Municipality, which is run by the
DA.
Run by who?
The DA.
And it's just been ranked the best performing municipality in KwaZulu-Natal for household access to services.
Viva.
And you want to know why? because it's led by the DA and the energy and the efficiency and the effectiveness of Chris Papas and his team. Stand up, Chris. Stand up, Chris. He's making it happen. He's not Kuluma. He's delivery. Because our people are tired of Kuluma. Our people want delivery, and we're going to give it to them. Because where the DA governs, the best pro-poor policies have been implemented. We help the elderly pay for water and electricity. We improve lights and roads in the most neglected areas to make them safer. And I don't need to tell you, our dear friends here in eThekwini, that that's not what happens here in this municipality. Over the last few years, you, the people of this city, have endured severe trauma. From the unrest and the looting, to floods, natural disasters. But in those times, it wasn't the government that saved you. It was you, the people of this province. You stood together when things got bad. You stood together when things were tough. And in the midst of all of those challenges, what you've had to endure is the added insult to injury of a government that cannot even deliver water. Water is the most basic service. Sanitation is the most basic service. Electricity is the most basic service. And you get none of it. Instead, what have you got? Sewage in your streets, rolling blackouts, and a water mafia which holds the city to ransom and makes you pay more for water. And yet through all of this, you have stood firm. You've come together, you've shared your food, you've shared your time, and you've shared your energy and your resources, proving that the true strength of eThekwini lies not in its government, but in its people. So give yourselves a round of applause. But you see, that spirit of resilience is what makes this city extraordinary. But my friends, resilience is not enough. You deserve a government that's going to be on your side, not working against you. You deserve a government that's going to put water in your taps, fix your roads, make sure you've got street lights, keep your family safe, make sure the economy keeps moving. One that keeps sewage in the pipes, not flowing on the streets, into our rivers and onto our beaches. One that delivers clean water in taps, not tankers run by the water mafia. One that maintains electricity grids instead of just looking away while illegal connections plunge us all into darkness. One that fixes its own roads, not lining the pockets of the politicians. And that, my friends, is what this election is all about. Nothing more, nothing less, just the basics. For too long, communities like Chatsworth, Phoenix, Umlazi and Inanda have been forced to live with broken streets, broken services and broken promises. And we have had enough. Have we had enough? Yes. You don't sound sure of it.
Yes.
Do you want another 5 years of broken streets?
No.
Do you want another 5 years of ANC corruption?
No.
Do you want another 5 years of politicians who've turned their back on you and care only about their families?
No.
Well, these are desperate times, and desperate times tempt people to look for radical solutions. But we know the truth, that the MK and the EFF are not builders, they are breakers, and they are looters. They've got no plan, no vision, and no interest in serving you. Their mission is simple: to take us back to the 9 wasted years so that they can carry on the looting that they started. And so I want to congratulate Diane Kohler-Barnard's constituency, Diane, stand up, Diane.
Viva Diane, viva!
Viva!
I want to congratulate this province of KwaZulu-Natal because just last week they gave the MK, they gave RAS, and they gave the ANC what they call in Chatsworth a shoe hiding. They got a proper shoe hiding from the DA. Because people are realizing that if you want things working, you've got to vote for one party, and that party is the DA. And I'm very glad that voters saw through these small Nyana parties, the popcorn pop-up parties. They had one in this election, it was called Rise. It didn't rise, it was a bit of a flop. But in the end, we managed to turn out our voters. And we sent a very clear message in this province that is resonating and rebounding all over our country. That MK can be stopped. But there's only one party that can stop the MK, and that's my party, it's your party, it's the blue party. It's the party that's going to take our country forward. Friends, I cannot say this strongly enough. What that by-election showed us is that every vote matters. In Umgeni, the DA won by only 42 votes. If 43 people had stayed at home today, they would not have Chris Pappas as their mayor. Now imagine what we can do. I want you to just close your eyes. Just indulge me for a second. Just close your eyes, just for a second. And just imagine eThekwini with golden beaches, packed with tourists, bringing jobs and opportunity with them. A port that is at the very heart of the industrial and economic engine room, working hard every day, bringing goods from the world to us and taking our produce to the world. Imagine being home and knowing that you're going to have water in your taps. Imagine knowing that your children are free to play on the streets outside without being terrified of criminals. Close your eyes and imagine what it'll be like to walk from your home to the taxi rank without worrying that some sotsi is going to steal your cell phone or rob you of your pension or your social grant. Just think for a moment, a city hall full with people who get up every morning to work for you and to fix the city. Imagine just for a second, traveling to work on roads where you don't have to dodge potholes. But most importantly, think of a city where everything works and where everybody who wants to work has a job. That's the city we want, isn't it? That's the city we want. We don't have it yet, but we can have it. Because that's what we're going to bring here to eThekwini. A city that works for you. A city with politicians that work for you. A city where your services work. A city where your port works. A city where your railways work. A city where the economy is growing, not contracting. A city with a vibrant Toyota plant that is pumping out vehicles for the world and providing jobs. And that is the city that we want. Because I know that under the grime and under the crime and under the despair lies the heartbeat of our country. And that heartbeat is right here in eThekwini. A city that works, a city that grows, a city that provides. And to win this fight, we need a general at the front line, a fighting campaigner who's going to go out with you and our activists every day from now until November next year to knock on the doors and to spread the good word of what is coming in eThekwini. And we must take this vision of this city and evangelize it in every community across the length and breadth of eThekwini. We must take our good news, our message of hope, that things are bad, but they can be better. That things are broken, but they can be fixed. and that where there is despair, we will bring back hope, and where there is crime and grime, we will bring back the shine. But to do that, we need a general who's going to lead from the front line. And therefore, it is with huge pride that I can introduce you today, that fighting campaigner, that general, a man who has served you in council, a man with experience in parliament, a leader who has the knowledge, the experience, but most of all, the courage to rebuild the city. Under his leadership, we are going to restore dignity in our neighborhoods, and we're going to invest in our townships. We're going to light up our streets. We're going to fix our water and sewage systems, and we're going to make this city work for all of its citizens.
Come on now.
Because this election is not just about another contest. It's a choice between more collapse or renewal, between corruption and accountability, between chaos and competence, between decay and dignity, and between building and breaking. So, I say to you, the people of Durban, the people of eThekwini, the choice is yours and the moment is now. Do you want to build?
Yeah.
Do you want to build with the DA?
Yeah.
Do you want a city that works?
Yeah.
Do you want a future for your children?
Yeah.
Do you want an economy that's growing?
Yeah.
Do you want jobs for the jobless?
Yeah.
Do you want homes for the homeless?
Yeah.
I want to tell you, we have that plan and we have the man. And therefore, it gives me great pleasure to introduce, can I have a drum roll, please? Can I have a drum roll? The DA's mayoral candidate for eThekwini, the man with a plan, Hanif Hussein.
I want to tell you, if you think this is energy, wait until next year, 2026, when the DA marches to the City Hall. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Residents of eThekwini, my fellow Democrats, our activists and public reps that are gathered here today, ladies and gentlemen. I want to firstly thank the leadership of our party and express my deep gratitude for this honor. It is an enormous privilege to lead a movement that is going to bring change to the people of this beautiful city. It is a responsibility I do not take lightly. And so I stand before you today to say, I accept the nomination as your mayoral candidate for eThekwini for the 2026 local government election.
Viva Hanif, viva!
Viva!
Viva Hanif Hussein, viva!
Viva!
Amanda!
My friends, this place where we gather today is a special place for me personally. It is the neighborhood where I spent most of my childhood years, walking its streets, playing in the parks, spending hours catching little fish in the streams when it was safe to do so. It was the people of this community who taught us that if we want to achieve something in life, we have to work hard for it, because nothing in life comes free and nothing is easy. It is that lesson that I reflect on today, because what we are about to embark on will not come easy. But I know it's possible. Just 300 meters away from here is the school where I completed my high school years. And although we only had the basic facilities, I realized at an early age that I was one of the fortunate ones. because just a few kilometers beyond from here is Lamontville and Umlazi, where children of my age didn't have the same luxury. Some of them didn't even have a decent toilet or playground. And although we only had basic facilities, we had dignity. They did not. This was the society we inherited from the government of our times, where inequality fueled hatred and race sowed division. But South Africans never gave up. They fought back. And they fought for equality for all of us. Today, we are all fortunate to live in a society where, in theory, we are all equal. But in practice, this is unfortunately not the case. So we have to still keep fighting. There are still far too many desperate people in our city who live in extreme poverty and cannot afford to put a decent meal on their table for their children. The highest number of informal settlements in the country are here in Durban. Thousands of families live in about 600 informal settlements in this city. For them, life has not changed because the current government in eThekwini stopped caring for them a long time ago. The vast majority of people who live in our city work hard every day to put their children through school and raise them to become responsible citizens. These are the parents who invest every available resource that they have in their children's future. For them, life has become even more difficult as the cost of living increases every single year. Daily life has become a real struggle just to get by. They live in fear and do everything possible to become another victim, to avoid becoming another victim of crime. And although they spend their entire adult lives investing in their children's education, they are anxious about their future because they know opportunities are limited, and the few opportunities that do exist are dependent on what their children look like. I have seen over the years how this government and the one before have torn us apart because we look different, or we speak different, or we pray different. We have lived our lives watching how this government and the one before conditioned us to hate each other. And while they were busy dividing us, they were also busy destroying our country through decades of corruption and mismanagement. And these are the reasons why thousands of young, qualified people have left this city to build a life in other cities and other countries around the world. For me, this is personal. My wife Sharon and I had to endure the heartbreak of sending our daughter abroad. Like all those parents, we too have realized that opportunities here are limited. It is one of the saddest and most difficult things that any parent has to deal with. But it doesn't have to be this way. We can change that, and we must. We can build a city where all our children, regardless of what they look like, and for as long as they are willing to work hard, there should be a government that must stand up, ready to lift them up. Whether they are black or white, Indian or colored. This is what equality should look like. This is the dream we were all promised in 1994. And the truth of the matter is, this is a dream only the DA can deliver.
Yeah.
This is the dream that the DA is building in towns and cities all over South Africa, where people have put their faith in us to change the direction of our beautiful country. If we work hard and turn things around in this city, we can create a place where people run to our city and not away from us. We have to work hard to find it in ourselves to bring our children back. And I want to be the one who will lead that fight.
Yeah.
I am convinced that the large majority of South Africans have just simply had enough. I am convinced that the vast majority of people who live here, they want to build a city and a country where all our children can have opportunities to become who they want to be, regardless of what they look like or how they speak. This is a fight worth fighting for. And today I stand before you, asking each and every one of you to join hands with us. Let's change the direction our city is moving. Let us be the ones who will rewrite the history of this beautiful city. Let's get behind the DA and rescue the future of all our children who live here. My friends, today marks the beginning of that journey. It is the start of building a new future for the people who live in this beautiful city. And although it is a day of celebration, it is a time for us to also reflect on how things have changed and how it is still so difficult for so many people to survive, because our government has let us all down. They have built us a city where some of the wealthiest people live in the north, some of the poorest people live in the south, and in between is where all the chaos happens. We have to change that, and I know we can. When I'm elected your mayor, it will not matter where you live. It will not matter what you look like. It will not matter what you speak like. We will fight for the residents of this city to ensure that they have decent facilities, decent services, street lights that work, and no potholes in the city of Durban. This is a basic service delivery which we will get right. And you know, there was a time when people from all over the world traveled to this city to enjoy our beautiful beaches and the warm weather. Hotels along our beaches were packed, and tourists roamed our streets. Today, people are swimming in sewer, and the tourists have disappeared. We can change that, and I know we can. That is why today I commit to the residents and the voters of eThekwini that we will get every single wastewater treatment plant working again, stop the sewage crisis in our city once and for all. You know, there used to be a time when you opened your tap and water was certain. Today, communities go without water for weeks on end. More than half of the water that this city receives is leaking into the ground because they didn't bother to fix the pipes. And while hard-working citizens are paying for water that is wasted into the ground, our city government now wants you to pay an additional tax to clean up the mess that they created in the first place. Instead of investing in the infrastructure, they squandered the money, and we're all suffering the consequences of corruption and mismanagement. We can change that, and I know we can. That is why today I commit to the residents and voters of eThekwini that infrastructure maintenance and investment will become the single biggest focus in our budget when I am the mayor of eThekwini. We will ensure that we stop the billions of rands of wastewater every single year. And all that money that we save will go back into upgrading our water systems so that when you open your tap, clean, drinkable water will come out, and it's that simple. There was a time when businesses was booming here. To get a job meant that you send out a few CVs. But now, many businesses have closed shop and moved elsewhere because they're tired of the discrimination, and they are tired having to pay a bribe to get a government contract. Businesses are struggling, and this is why so many people have given up looking for a job. Millions of young South Africans are sitting at home and cannot afford to put a plate of food on their tables. We want to change that, and we know we can. We are doing it in Midvaal in Gauteng. We are doing it in the Western Cape. Chris Papas and the DA are doing it in Umgeni, and we will do it right here in Durban too, because only the DA has the capacity to bring change to eThekwini. You know, when you have a city government that spends millions of rands every year on bodyguards and security to protect themselves, while our children cannot walk safely on the streets, nor can they play in the parks without watching their backs, something is seriously wrong with that picture. When I'm elected your mayor, I will prioritize the safety of our residents all over, instead of prioritizing the safety of the politicians. I will turn the tide against crime and drug lords in the city who have ruined the lives of thousands of people and especially our children.
And now,
our Metro Police will become a modern, motivated and sophisticated crime-fighting machine that protects our communities. When a government spends millions of rands on lavish parties, feeding themselves until their belts cannot hold their stomachs in any longer, and when ordinary people have to hustle to find the next meal, something is wrong with that picture. When a city government hands out millions of rands to their political friends instead of investing in a better life for its citizens, something is seriously wrong with that picture too. And that's why we need to start painting a new picture for the city of Durban.
yes,
A picture that shows the government working for its people
Yes.
and not for itself. There are so many young people who live in the city with brilliant ideas, who dream about running their own successful business, and all they need is a little help. Well, I want to tell you today, help is on the way.
yes. Come on, DA.
Within the first few days of taking over this city, we will start a process to end corruption and close the taps for those crooks who have been stealing our money. I will ensure that all tenders are open, fair and transparent, a system that works for the people and not the politicians. When you are awarded a tender in this city, you will have to deliver, or else you will find yourself in Westbull Prison, the one that Dean, the new one, is building. It is as simple as that.
Yes.
And the money we save from corruption will be used to kickstart small businesses, create jobs, put more police on the streets, build decent houses and bring dignity to people. Within the first few days of taking over the city, we will start a process of reducing waste and make life easier and more affordable for the people who live in this city. From day one, we will start a process to recover more than 35 billion rands that this city has not bothered to collect. And we will direct that money towards fixing the pipes so that people can get better access to water and not have to pay for water seeping into the ground. My dear friends, we have the difficult task of turning around more than 2 decades of poor governance, mismanagement and corruption. And I know and I believe that it is possible. But I also know that over the next 12 months, there will be those who will want to break our spirits. They will tell us that what we are trying to achieve is impossible. There will be those who will want to divide us with racial insults and call us names. And again, I am reminded of what this community taught me. I won't give up. I know you won't back down,
No.
because we know what's possible, and let me tell you why. All over this beautiful country, more and more South Africans are realizing that we can build a better country if we resist the temptation to be divided on race and fight for competence and good governance instead. There is something amazing happening in our time. People have had enough. They're tired of being divided because we may look different. They are tired of being lied to. People are tired of being part of racial voting blocs. South Africans want better, and they deserve better. Just a few days ago, in a by-election not far from here, voters had enough. They abandoned their traditional party political loyalty and decided to vote for competence and change. And I want to thank those thousands of voters who turned up to put out their trust in the DA. You are the brave ones who are fighting for change. But this is not an isolated incident. Over the last 15 years, town by town, city by city, millions of South Africans all over the country are getting behind the DA to bring change for our children. More and more South Africans are waking up to the reality that local government is not just about politics. It's about getting the job done. It's about competence and capacity. And even the corrupt ANC has finally accepted that they don't have the capacity to deliver like the DA governments can deliver. Some of the leading analysts and major polls show that this government won't even get to 20% in the next election. And so, friends, this is a watershed moment in our history. And that's why we are here today to say to the people of this city, if we stand together and get behind the government with a proven track record, we can build a better Durban for everyone. I also want to thank some very special people over the last few years who never stopped fighting to bring change to our city. It was those hundreds of thousands of people who stood behind us, and they had faith that someday we will win. And even when we didn't win, they stood by us. They never gave up on us. We never gave up on them. And now it's time to finish this job. I also have a message for those desperate South Africans who have put all their hope in this government to change their lives for the better. And I ask you, how much more abuse are you willing to take? You were promised a better life for all, but all you got was better lies. It is time to stop wasting your dreams on a group of corrupt cadres who care about nobody else but themselves. Give the DA a chance and we will show you what real change looks like. Because we can and we know we will. I know that there are millions of people praying and hoping for the DA government that we will one day bring change and build a better future for our children. And while we stand ready to deliver that hope and prayer alone is not going to bring change. You can complain all you want, and yes, we must pray for it. But nothing will change until you vote for it. For far too long, we have left others to decide on our future, and this is why we are in this mess. The road to decline happened because so many of us stood by and watched, and we did nothing. We can no longer stand on the sidelines watching others destroy our future. We have to stand up for a better city. It will require each and every one of us to get out there and fight for the future we want to build. I want to make a public promise that we will work every single day of our lives to reverse the declines that this government has brought. We'll work hard to restore the confidence in the city's government, and it will start with us first. This is why I make a public undertaking here today before you. When I'm elected as your mayor, I will subject myself and my family to a lifestyle audit every single year that I occupy office, and that audit will be published for all to see. This is how we roll in the DA. We work for the people and not for ourselves. Over the next few months, we will be walking the streets and visiting every community from Tongaat in the north to Amkumas in the south and Hillcrest in the west. We will mobilize every forward-thinking person to join hands with us and help us to build a better city. And I want to invite you to join us on this journey. I call upon every community organization, civil society, ratepayers and residents groups, come join hands with the DA and let's build a better city and a better future for our children. Now listen up. It is time to stand up for Durban. If we stand together, we will be stronger together, and nothing can stand in our way to build a better future and build a better city for the people we love and care about. Change is coming to Durban, DA. Let's build eThekwini together.
Leadership. Hanif does not stand on his own. He is not fighting this battle on his own. He has the entire federal, provincial, and local leadership that is going to send him into office. Let's give him another round of applause. And of course, Hanif cannot do this without all of you. And this leadership here on this stage commits to saying, as you will go out and knock on those doors, we will be right behind you, with you, of you, and beside you, that Hanif is elected as the next mayor of eThekwini. So people of eThekwini, the people of Chatsworth, where Hanif hails from, let's make sure that tomorrow morning we put our trainers back on, we put our blue shirts back on, and we start knocking on those doors and tell eThekwini that help has arrived. It's here. It's Hanif for mayor. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we depart now, I really want us all to commit to this campaign. It's going to be a hard campaign. It's going to be a tough campaign. But it's a campaign that we can win, and we can rescue and rebuild eThekwini. Let's give him a round of applause again. Natal, Hanif, we say again, we support you, we love you, and we will be there with you. I want to thank all of you, our activists, our public reps, for coming out today. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Let's go and win eThekwini!